At the World Economic Forum 2026, there has been a study released that how brain health impacts the economy. Now, we are here at Davos, and joining me to talk about this is Mr. Andy Moose, the Head Innovation and Health System Transformation, the World Economic Forum. Thank you so much for speaking with NDTV.
No, absolutely.
Andy, if you could tell us about this study which you all have released recently, that how brain health is extremely important, not just for mental health, but also for our economy.
No, there's really two ways that it's impacting the economy.
Yeah.
One is that as we look at just the impact on cost, healthcare costs are rising. We're seeing, aging populations in the global north, increasing younger populations in the global south, mental health challenges, as children work with social media and other things throughout their education, and then we're seeing challenges in mental health in the workplace as well, growing rapidly. And so that pressure in terms of the aging population, cognitive decline, increased cost burden on economies to be able to take care of those individuals, but also the impact of mental health is having a significant effect on the cost side.
Okay.
On the other side, we see AI continuing to accelerate at an astounding pace. Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, said that it'd be the most transformative technology of the 21st century, and we're really seeing that play out. And I think the real question for us is not what will that mean for humans, but we see it as the combination, not AI versus human, but really the combination of the two. But we feel like that brain health continues to be underinvested in, despite the cost challenges as well as the opportunity to adapt to AI.
I think what you said is really interesting. It's a combination of human and AI, right, when we talk about that. But if you can tell us a little bit about the study for our viewers to know, what does the study really reveal, which all have recently released?
Sure. No, we really felt like it was important to understand and advance this concept of brain capital, which is the combination of brain health and brain skills to really elevate this as a topic for global priority for investment. We really see underinvestment in mental health, but also in brain health and cognitive decline. And so we see this, and want to paint that not just in terms of trying to manage costs, but really invest in a future where we see increasingly the need for human skills, creativity, compassion, judgment. All of these are factors that will drive the economy of the future. In an AI-dominated world, this is the thing that machines can't imitate or mimic, and we really feel that it's the combination of the two. But again, we just don't see the level of investment in brain health to complement the investment in AI infrastructure.
I mean, here at the World Economic Forum, and you have the innovation, from the healthcare perspective, what is the World Economic Forum doing to help countries, and businesses also invest in stronger skills for the future?
In part, we wanted to lay out this framework really as a roadmap to be able to do that. And so there's 5 levers in the report that we just released that really focus on looking at how do we foster and how do we safeguard brain health, how do we foster brain skills, and then how do we study, invest in, and ultimately mobilize capital and stakeholders around this concept of brain capital. And so what we're doing here is really trying to work with companies, with CEOs to understand the importance of this, along with governments. And really then coming out of this, we'll continue to work with our community. About a year ago, we established the Brain Economy Action Forum as part of the Forum Center for Health and Healthcare. We'll continue that, and we're also building that into a broader healthy longevity initiative with brain health and brain capital as a core pillar.
I mean, I think this is also a very new concept. Like you said, it was last year, and this year this report has been released, and the connect not just with the economy, but also mental health. In our country, or globally as well, still mental health is an issue which needs to be invested. If you can tell us how important is it to link the two of them to ensure just that people are healthier and happier? Because it is directly linked with the economic productivity of the country and globally.
It is, and I think there's still a stigma around mental health in many places, and I think that we don't always make that direct linkage between economic productivity, not just in terms of the long term for our brain health, but really day to day, just in terms of the importance within a business context. We think that health and well-being, specifically the ability to take care of your employees' brain health, will be a key part of just management in the future. And so just like any other metric or KPI for productivity, we feel taking care of your employees means understanding where are they with their mental health, when is it that they need help, and how can the team come together to really help that individual. So we really see this as something that needs to be embedded in the organizational level, not just a priority for investment at the national and global level.
And lastly, thank you for explaining that, because it is need of the hour, but lastly, the theme this year was spirit of dialogue. And when we talk about mental health, when we talk about conversations, when we talk about speaking to somebody, I think this very, very critical conversation also fits in.
It does, and I think that we see slowly partners starting to even put mental health facilities in any other standard hospital.
Yeah.
We want to view mental health as just a part of overall health, not something as separate. In the same way, we don't want to see the brain as something separate from the body. It's an integral organ for everything that we do, and in the future, it'll be more and more critical, not just to our health, but to the overall economy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's been really a pleasure to speak with you. And
Thank you very much.